My name is RighteousNicky and welcome to an Overmind game. Map is gonna be Tyrael of Doom, first pick my EF, and it's gonna fall by an insta walk of Tracer and Hanzo? I'm pretty sure those two picks are not as good versus my EF because they can really get countered by the chain of my EF. So very cocky picks from our team here. Hanzo is probably a bit safer because he's long range punk for this map. But my F and instantly is gonna get followed by Varian, which is a very hard counter to those two, just because you have the charge and talent. Mofirian as well is decent pick if Tracer overextends silence. So I'm thinking here, which hero is gonna do a decent job versus their team? So I immediately thought of Tyrael. Now, I mainly thought of Tyrael because I wanted sanctification for the Maiev ultimate, so we can have some kind of a protection if our team gets caught, and generally is one of the tanks I really play when I'm forced to play a tank, because I don't really play the other tanks. Like Muradin would have been a great tank here, but I'm just more of a Tyrael player. The Haka's gonna go for the solo lane, allowing us to have two front lanes, which is pretty cool, being able to pressure global and just having me as a backup front lane. They're gonna go with Monara and Liming, two more squishies here, and our last pick is gonna be Brightwing. So Liming is a good pick here because she can get a lot of nice resets versus Tracer Hanzo if they get caught by the taunt or by the Maiev. I don't think necessarily Monara is a good pick here, because Monara is generally a hero that doesn't really do well versus a Tracer, though she can counter Pulse Bomb with her Spell Armor talent. I felt like their team could have used not Lunara but something more tanky. That's how I feel for this. So we're gonna start with this cluster fighting here that is actually not gonna lead to anything besides everyone from our team getting extremely low. And I'm gonna get caught there a bit. And on level 1, I'm not really sure what I took, because I had to cut the video to there. But usually when I play tank Tyrael, I just go for the yellow talent that gives you some kind of healing when your shield is destroyed. Now I'm not certain if I took this talent, but we're gonna check it out later. But if you're planning to play Tyrael not for the solo lane, actually for the solo lane is also good, but generally if you're looking to be more tanky, so you can self-sustain yourself better, I would always suggest you to go for the yellow shield talent that gives you more shield and some kind of healing after the shield is destroyed. So we're actually gonna start losing a lot of people this early on, which is not good. And my plan for building Tyrael here is going to be Q build. Always go Q build when you're looking to play a tank, or if you're looking to play a counter to mobility. So Q build, especially with the level 4 talent, on level 4 you want to take 25 armor on Q. This is gonna give you immense just sustain to their burst, like Liming burst. If you get caught by the taunt, 25 armor is just insanely good. And you just want to have that extra armor just to be the front lane for your team. We did notice that we went for the yellow shield talent on level 1. So far we're just building pure tank variant. They're gonna have the taunt, so I'm gonna give the movement speed to Hanzo there and the shields. But overall we're not going to be in a very good spot. Hanzo's gonna get tethered again. Not a great position, he overextended there, but maybe. Oh, Pulse Ball missing. Can Tracer actually finish that kill? With the Q we're going to be able to go and get taunted again. I should be a bit afraid. We're actually getting outnumbered at the moment, and they have a mercenary camp pushing towards our towers. Tracer might get taunted. She's gonna get stopped by the roots from retreating. And Varian, ooh, she actually juked them very well. Varian didn't manage to taunt there, so well played by the Tracer there, well played. They're going to lead us a bit on experience, unfortunately. Top is gonna get traded 1-for-1, and we're gonna have Brush Stalker, meaning that the Haka can come help us a lot sooner than Lunara. So I think he's coming. No, he's not coming. He's actually going to soak the middle. I'm gonna try to body block for my team here. Brightwing's gonna get rooted. If Brightwing, oh, Tracer is gonna get rooted. She secured a insanely good kill on the Mophirian there. I thought that she was gonna get taunted. And our team is just, I'm shooting everyone from my team while they're doing damage on my F kill here. And we're actually gonna win this first team fight, which is great. We're gonna secure the objective and we're gonna come ahead on experience. So, from what I took from this team fight, Tracer is playing very good. So that's always nice to see. Let us take a sip of water before we continue here. For level 7 versus a mobile team like this, I will never suggest you to go Purge Evil, which increases your auto attack damage for more people hit by Smite. And versus a mobile team like theirs, you probably won't be able to hit a lot of people with Smite or land that many auto attacks. So you want to take one of the other two talents. Both of them are pretty decent. I'm gonna go with the Reciprocate. Hopefully that's how it's pronounced. Basically my shield is gonna get an explosion factor, which I'm gonna try to exploit right there. But it wasn't enough, unfortunately, to kill off the Lemming. The explosion shield allows you to have more burst as the Tyrael and have wave clear, which is pretty good tools, pretty cool tools to have, and are most of the times far more valuable than the other talent that you can pick on this slot, which is going to be the upgrade on the Smite. Oh, this guy's gonna die, unfortunately. Upgrading the Smite means that that other talent gives you from 20 to 40 movement speed burst, and also gives you 25% auto attack speed to the people that go through the Smite. So that is pretty good versus teams that are low on mobility and do want to get some auto attack speed value. So if you have someone like Zujin, he can get a lot of value from this talent, for instance, because he lacks mobility and can use the attack speed. But when you have Tracer and Hanzo, they really wouldn't care to be anywhere near your Smite. They just want to survive on their own. So you're just gonna go for the Reciprocate, because it just gives you the most value for the current draft. So their team is gonna start engaging. Oh, taunt and instant delete from the Lemming. I'm pretty sure we might be losing this objective. I'm gonna get tethered, but that's fine. I'm just gonna plunge my sword into the ground so I get that 25 armor. And we actually just got a very nice Hanzo snipe there to secure a kill. So it's already 4v4 and we might have a chance here. Taunted on the Dehaka. I'm gonna try to shield him, give him the movement speed burst. I hope he survives. That's not gonna happen, unfortunately, and now I'm gonna try to survive myself. Gonna movement speed is not going to be enough, and I'm gonna try to just explosion the Mophirian so I can zone him out from the objective. Maybe I should have just hit the variant there, but I just wanted to slow him down, and unfortunately Hanzo is also gonna die. So now, us getting close to level 10, I remember that I was going through some mind processing at this time, and I was thinking, should I go Judgment or Sanctification? Sanctification does make a lot more sense versus the Maiev ultimate, which she did pick, and since we have a Brightwing, actually, that was my main mind process. Since we have Brightwing, if the Brightwing decides to go for the Emerald Wind, that means that we would already have an ultimate that deals with Maiev's ultimate. So that means that going to Judgment is going to be a better choice here, being able to, just like for instance here, secure an easy kill on a wall target like the Lunara and just gonna escape out of there. So we have the Emerald Wind going in there, gonna spread everyone. Excellent Hanzo out of there, combo with the Emerald Wind, surprisingly. Gonna shoot the Brightwing on Maiev in the meantime, just gonna just destroy the Brightwing and me. So this is not gonna go very well for us. Maiev, by the way, dodged my ultimate as well. Just excellent play from that Maiev there, securing a lot of stuff. And did you saw what I did there, reading the Maiev talent choice? I'm gonna have to what's the word? Disappoint you guys a bit and tell the harsh truth. I actually thought that when I picked the Judgment, I actually thought that Maiev went for the other talent, because I actually mistook this talent for the other talent. I thought she went for the Containment Disc, And when I saw this icon, I thought that that was the containment disc and I can go Judgment. And I actually didn't really thought about that Brightwing could have had the Emerald Wind. But fortunately for us, everything went perfect. I'm just gonna charge into the Maiev, not doing that much damage, but just stopping her in place and not being able her to be active, like not being able to ulti or reposition, and we're just gonna win this team fight and win the objective, which is very important. We're still one level behind, but since we have a Dehaka, we can pick up the pace pretty decently, as I would expect. So very cool team fighting here. Our team is gonna go for the mercenary camp, and we're just going to be looking to close down the experience disadvantage here, because it's never cool to fight with one level down. Tracer trying to do some stuff there. Liming going extremely aggressive there. I don't know if she knows if I have my ultimate, but if I had the Judgment, that Liming would have been dead if she went that deep, wasting her teleport. Anyway, I think it might be a good idea to just back away for the moment. We're losing some sock on the top. The Haka is gonna go there by just out walking, but still. It really sucks that we're losing a bit of experience, but at least we're winning on the objective, which is always nice. Now I'm thinking about the future here and thinking, what should I take for level 20? Spell Shield might be a decent choice because they're mainly magic damage instead of charge, but we're gonna see about that. For the moment, I'm just gonna put some poke on the Lunara there. With the explosion, I just basically managed to take out like 30% of her HP, and she didn't take anything. So as you can see, Tyrael is just a very nice choice versus those mobile squishy assassins, just to zone them out. We see a Varian going extremely deep here into the they're taking the keep. The Haka coming from the behind. Maybe we can do something. Malfurion extremely deep, just gonna stun him with the Haka. They're gonna be easy kill. Maiev going down as well. Varian now extremely low. Can you finish that kill as well? I don't see what he can do. Tracer just baiting him. Hanzo Arrow going on the Liming. Now the Lunara out of position. 5th kill. And if the Hanzo manages to finish Liming, we just cleared house. 5 kills. Now, before we camp the objective, I think it's gonna be a very good idea for us just to kill the keep, so we can get the 2 more ammo value, which I think is gonna be a very good decision. Now the problem is that we don't have a good damage dealer here because the Hanzo for some reason is not helping us, and Brightwing is gonna decide to play it safe and not risk for the enemy team to come contest and just take it before we finish the keep. I really don't know why Hanzo decided to do that. I feel like Hanzo should have been with us, and we just lost some value because of that. I can understand that he's forcing Sok for level 16, but I feel like we could have done a bit more with the keep there. Hanzo gonna get taunted. I forgot to mention level 13 and wait for the Law and Order talent. Varian just gonna get bursted there, almost. He's actually putting a lot of pressure on the Hanzo, and I don't wanna waste my judgment yet because Varian's gonna be easy kill. Also going for other Forging, just instantly charging on the Malfurion, allowing us to secure 2 kills here, and maybe we can force the boss with Hanzo. Seems like it could be a good decision. We have Emerald Wind, so we could force the boss. We have the numbers, we have the ultimate that can help us out, but our team is not going to be wanting any of that, unfortunately. However, we're going to be having 2 camps going on the sides, which is always nice. Law and Order, this is a talent which you want to take if you want to provide more shields to your team. And since we are playing versus Maiev that does a lot of AoE damage, I do want to provide more shields to my team. I don't think Holy Ground is that good versus their draft because they're very mobile, so I can't really block much else besides the Malfurion or Varian, which could be valuable, but I feel like just the being able to land shields more often and a bit more burst with Smite after landing a good shield on my team is gonna be a lot more valuable than the Holy Ground. On 16 I went for the cooldown reduction on my Q, so I can have the 25 armor more often and just have the mobility more often. In the meantime, I see that my team is gonna be dying there, and at this point I'm just gonna decide, screw that, I'm just gonna try to get the objectives. The Haka is on the top left, I'm on the top right, and being able to secure 2 objectives here, I think it's pretty valuable. That's 8 points, and they're pretty low on core HP, so this is a map where you just You don't want to be sacrificing objectives for kills. So we're gonna be a lot ahead, even if they manage to secure the boss, which they're actually gonna try to do. And I'm gonna try to bait them so Munara is hitting me and not the boss, so we can buy some time. Maybe we can contest the boss with Brightwing and Dehaka and Hanzo. It really depends how much damage they have. They don't have the Maiev, so I think they might be a bit slow on the boss killing. Dehaka is gonna get us some vision. Phase shift is up. Can we do it? Dehaka is coming in, Brightwing coming in. I'm gonna have the charge. I'm just gonna charge into the variant. They're gonna... Oh, the Brightwing, but it's not going to be able to move the variant though. We're actually holding our ground here. Holding our ground. Another shield, another burst. Variant's going down. I'm gonna get bursted, but the trait is gonna explode into their two carries there, and we're going to steal this boss. Holy moly. Now, the beautiful part of this was that their team couldn't have left the boss, because if they went outside of the circle, they were gonna lose the boss, so they needed to stay put to cap it. But I was dead, so I was gonna explode there. So they were caught between a rock and a hard place there, the Limink and the Lunara. And it was so beautiful to see, because you could just feel their inevitable demise that would happen. And just such a beautiful moment, man. Brightwing, they're going a bit cocky, taking a huge amount of Maiev damage, and holy shit, that Maiev just outplayed them both. Now gonna try to kill the Hanzo. Is that going to be a 2v1 Maiev? Holy shit! And he's gonna escape with his life. Holy shit, that Maiev just outplayed them like noobs. In the meantime, I noticed that the Tracer was pretty low. I might have saved her, but I decided to do the same tactic as before. Kills second, objective first. I'm trying to secure this bottom objective. I think I can do it. Variant trying to come Limink as well, but I'm going to secure those 5 points. And now, me and the hacker maybe gonna try to... I'm gonna tell him to go top. Actually, we have all the keeps low. So, I'm gonna... I did a very big mistake there, and I'm gonna tell you why exactly. I wasted my Q to stop the objective cap, which is a very big mistake. I had a different plan, and my plan was to go through there and actually jump with my Q through the wall to secure the middle keep with all my spells, and so we can start doing the bombardment damage. And with that, we might have actually potentially finished out the game or leave them at 1 or 2 HP. But unfortunately, I misplayed there. I misplayed because I got cocky to interrupt the Malfurion, and then I just got bursted. So that was a bit of a mistake from me, which could have been a very big move for our team to finish out the game. But we're still very far ahead. 4-25, their team is going to be on edge the entire game to force fights non-stop. Excellent Hanzo out there. We're going to secure the keep. Hanzo going with play of the game to help the Dehaka. Unfortunately, he's going to be extremely low. Can Brightwing save him? I don't know. Emerald Wing going in. Tracer going to secure an excellent Wanara kill. I'm trying to reach my team. We're going to lose the Hanzo. We're going to lose a lot of people. I'm trying to go through the tunnel. I don't know if I want to fight here, to be honest. But Tracer is still near. I see a Worm of Fear there. Maybe with the Tracer's help, I'm seeing a judgment opportunity. I'm gonna dive in with the shield damage reciprocate. I'm going with the another Q there and smite, but Tracer is still not helping me, and Malfurion is gonna just escape on a sliver of health. I don't know why the Tracer just didn't want to help me there for that easy Malfurion kill. Maybe she got taunted, maybe she was on her way, but I'm just gonna die there to the taunt, and that's very unfortunate. And Tracer finally coming in for that kill, which we could have done a lot earlier, but now we're just gonna lose 2 people. Like, that Malfurion was just on a sliver of health, and I just really needed someone to follow up on that judgment, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Like, I'm not saying that the Tracer is bad. No, Tracer is playing very good the entire game, but I feel like she just got tunnel vision about someone that she shouldn't. I think it was the Lunara, and we could have just secured such an easy Lunara Malfurion kill there. So the next objective is popping up. It's 4v3. I don't think we can secure it, but the hacker is putting some very nice pressure on the Maiev. If he gets a tonk, he won. But Veran now gonna get stunted to keep damage. Is he gonna die? Oh, last hit didn't happen. Oh, that's very unlucky, man. We could have secured an easy variant kill there if, let's say, Brightwing overextended there for an extra auto attack. But unfortunately, wasn't enough. Oh, they're gonna secure that for, unfortunately for them, for 3. This is the good part of having just an insane amount of advantage on this map, because you can buy out time if you fail on team fights and just... Oh, I see a charge potential there. Lunara getting extremely fast, but I'm gonna charge him, bam. Gonna do that damage, and with Brightwing we're going to be able to secure an easy Lunara kill. She went for the sprint, but since I upgraded my judgment for the increased range, she cannot escape, and I have the judgment on a very low cooldown, which is also pretty cool. So we have 1 man down, and I did ping the boss earlier, but maybe it's not on timer. I'm just gonna start putting some pressure on the Lemming there. Almost very low on HP. I have the judgment up. We see a Tracer trying to kill the Tracer there. Going extremely cocky there. I'm gonna miss the shoot, but we're gonna secure a keep here, which is very nice. Boss is up. We're gonna lose the Dehaka, and this is not good news for us, because we really wanted to pressure boss, but now we cannot, because we lost this guy on the top. We're going to try to go for the mercenary camp and try to put some pressure on the bottom. And this is a very interesting situation, because their team needs to defend the bottom versus the mercenaries. Yeah, Hanzo, you called that very right, but they managed to react appropriately. So I'm just gonna stay, since they know I showed on the middle, they will assume I'm going for the boss. So I'm just gonna show on the bottom, so they force someone to defend on the bottom, which is not gonna happen, and they're going to be on 1 HP left. In the meantime, Hanzo they're doing the boss, and we're just gonna secure it with the Emerald win, and this is actually gonna be GG. No. Wow. Well, that's going to be, ladies and gentlemen, a Tyrael game. Very cool moments. Very cool outplays by both teams. Unfortunately, I think the biggest mistake of their team was trying to get kills instead of objectives. That costed them a lot of late game time that they couldn't buy to make the game longer so they can come back. But yeah, that is going to be everything from me from today, guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay righteous.